Hello, hello. Hmm. Ah, hmm, hmm. Hello, Edith Namaweje Jebaleko. Bantu bange mwebale kujja, mwebale kutuwa kadde, mwebale kujja kubeerawo okuwulira bye twogera n'okuteesa. Nja kuba nga nteekawo essimu ey'okkuba si leero nga mmaze okwetereeza ebyuma essaawa eno njiga biyige naye classmate abadde akyatuyamba ne group ebadde ekyannyamba kati akadde kano tubadde tetwagala kulinnya mu kadde k'abantu balala. Amannya gange bampita Demikiiza, nkolera wano Ekyoto. Tuli abantu abaagala enkyukakyuka ne Uganda yaffe okubeera ennungi. Thanks everybody. My name is Demikiiza here on Kyoto Reloaded, Kyoto International, all other stream. I'm here as part of the group for Ekyoto Reloaded. Kaakati katusooke twogereyo ku mawulire amapya gendowooza nti genjagala okuyisaawo agabaddewo okuva olwaleero Monday n'okutuusa olwaleero olwokusatu. Kaakati olunaku olwa Monday twalaba MP waffe ow'Emitiya n'omukyala Joyce Baagala bamutwala mu kkooti. Judith Nabikowa took her in court contesting the outcome of her election. Fortunately, she didn't have any evidence to provide, even DRC. So that looks like a messy case. Omubaka waffe omukyalo owa Mutiyana Joyce Baagala akulira ebyempuliziganya yali mu kkooti bamututte. Judith Nabikowa naye yamutwala yesanga nga talina kintu kyonna ne forms eza DRC nga tazirina. Kaakati ensonga endala ebaddewo mweno wiiki eya muganda waffe Fred Lumbuye awezezza weeks 4. Amawulire agavuddeyo nga malungi nti gavumenti y'e Turkey yakkiriza nti be bamulina, naye ekyebuuzibwa kigamba lwaki tebamukkiriza kwogera n'abantu be essaawa eno, lwaki kati twagala bamutulage, naye nga bwe twagamba ebintu byonna bigenda mpola mpola. Tugenda kutuuka tubeere nga twogeranya. Fred Lumbuye was announced the Turkish government, they have him, but they haven't shown us the actual person. Why? Was he injured? Was he tormented? Was he abused? What is the problem? Under human rights, he's entitled to speak to somebody. He's entitled for his family, for his legal team. Kale nno n'ekyo, we put that credit back to our shadow foreign minister that has done a tremendous job, has been sticking, has been working. It is very slow but very fruitful. Nkunnyingi ekintu ky'akoze ky'amaanyi nnyo. Naye Fred kati ekiddako, we need to see him physically. Okay? And the rest will come. Interpol, we will know. Interpol shouldn't expatriate him. Shouldn't extradite him. Kati ebintu bwe bityo tuba tubirina. Then yesterday netufuna amawulire amalungi amalala. Mubiru James was released. Was he on bail? But he's out of prison now. Now he's out. Ekyo kikugamba we are softening up the ground. NUP, nze sina kye mbagamba, ndi very excited. We are doing a good job. Ekintu ekiri ku NUP, we are small number but we are quality. ekintu quality kyekisinga number. NUP is eating up the ground. Tulina ababaka, they are standing, they are up to the job, they are doing their job. So we should be very, very proud. And then what happened on Tuesday? Our leader of opposition was in Masaka for the burial. Omukyalo oyo gwe batta 80 years has got children in Sweden. Brutal killers, they killed her, put the phone on her daughter and say your mom is dead. Cold-blooded. We don't want that to happen. This is why we need change. Amawulire amalala ge gakijambiya e Masaka. I can't say that much. Omwogezi abaddewo Ivan Bruce Sendege has raised at the bar. Ayogedde ebintu ne bikwatagana n'atuleetera Kayikula n'atuleetera oli omuvubuka Kemugisha yagamba asobola okutta for president. I don't know if I can raise up the bar from what Ivan has just done, because he's powered his heart up and he's spoken the truth and he's taken us where we all need to know. All I can add on is just for me one point. Waliwo ekintu kye tulaba eky'okutta abantu nga kijja after election. Ate election, what is similar? FDC bwe yawangula Kasese, twali tulina Kasese massacre. Now NUP ewangudde mu Buganda, now we are having people dying every day in Buganda. Is that the sort of country we want? We want change. So, ensonga gye ngenda okwogerako olwaleero bye bintu ebitutawaanya obulamu bwaffe, nga bikwatagana ku ssemateeka, nga bikwatagana ne ku manifesto yaffe. Bwe twali twagala okujja mu gavumenti, twategeeza ensi kiki kye twagala. Manifesto will always ask the public. You come to the public and tell them, this is how I want to govern, this is what I want to do. I'm asking you for your permission to vote for me and put this right. Manifesto ya NUP ensanyusa nnyo kubanga ekwatagana ne ssemateeka wa Uganda. Bw'osoma manifesto ya NRM ye ebintu byeyogerako biralalala. Naye manifesto yaffe ya NUP yawandiikibwa omukyala Mary Sserumaga n'akakiiko, naye manifesto ekwatagana ne ssemateeka wa Uganda. Ate ng'ebintu byonna byeyogera, ebintu byonna ebiriwo, security, embeera eriwo, Uganda, international, ebyenfuna, ebyensoma, ebyobulamu, byonna twabibagako mu manifesto yaffe. Kale ebintu bino bye ngenda okwogerako bitutuga, bituluma ffenna. Naye byezinze mu kintu nti wabeerawo ekintu ekyenfuga tusobola okubigonjoola. All we ever need is a government. All we have ever need is a government that comes up with a plan, strategy, policies, implementation, and sets up goals which are achievable. A government which can evaluate on its performance. A government which can address the people's needs, not their needs. Nga bwe tuba tutunuulira ebintu bino ekinsanyusa nti manifesto yaffe yabireeta mu nnyingo 5, naye olwaleero ngenda kwogera ku nnyingo 4. Ennyingo emu njagala kugyogerako olunaku olulala kubanga yo yeetegeeza ekigambo people power, our ideology. Bwe mba njyogerako eba ensanyusa. Bwe tutunuulira embeera eno, health determinants, we are talking about things which can be around you. They can be behavior, biological, environment, economic. Ebintu bino, they will eventually decide your life, you like it or not. These things, when they happen, this is why our NUP manifesto was quick to address and say, when we come in power, these are the things we are going to do. Never government about health and education, universal quality to everybody accessible. Buli muntu akimanyi kyekintu ekitutuze mu bulago, kyekintu ekituluma, kyekintu ekitutta bannayuganda byebintu ebimu ebitutta. Ekintu ekyansanyusiza nti bw'oba otunuulira ssemateeka waffe agenda n'ayogera mu byenjigiriza mu article yaabwe 3, n'ayogera mu byenfuna, nga byonna ayogera right to education, right to health, right to economic. Kati ne manifesto wensanyusiza ennyo ebintu bino gavumenti ng'aba ebifuddeko. The problem we have, our government is into security, and security, they are not addressing our basic needs, because that's where security starts. For them, their security is buying weapons and weapons and weapons. Right now, we have got massacre in Masaka, and the people, they are dying while we are sending soldiers somewhere else. Should it be that way? Our leader of opposition was in the parliament and the court, the UPDF, the security minister, called fit when he couldn't see the number of people who have died. And he stood up and said, you are muttering with the words. You are not saying us the exact number. What you are telling us is contradictory. Bana Uganda, should we be there? The answer is no. Why should we be there? We have got bad leaders. Why do we have bad leaders? Some of the problem is about us. We cannot take this blame from ourselves. You vote very well, you got good leaders. Now we have voted, we have got good leaders. We have got 31 minister, shadow minister. What everybody used to laugh at, shadow minister, or which secrets. Now we are working better. We are the lead. We are persuading people. We are displaying that we are capable. Once we get in the government, we know what to do. You can see the power of the people. You can see the work which Nkunyinji has done. You can see how we are handling one point to another. We are handling multiple points. We are demonstrating that we are more than capable. And if they don't know, they are just testing. NUP has got abundance of people who can do work, has got abundance of people with the knowledge, has got abundance of people with skills. I just heard Segirinya this morning giving us a list of things he has managed to acquire from Netherlands. Thank you. If it's coming to Uganda, no problem. Wherever it comes from, we will know, but we are so grateful that we are having people who are representing the people's needs and who are willing to put where their mouth is. Not like Museveni, who says he's going to secure the future, is going to secure the future, and the future can never be secured. Ebintu bino ebitwetoolodde, behavior, biological, environment, economic, ate ng'olaba ssemateeka waffe era akyogerako n'agamba nti mu mbeera mu environment ennungi, clean and healthy environment. Naye kye tulina, abantu babuuka myala after myala after myala. Ekintu ky'obulamu, essaawa wano we twogerera baakasobola okuwa abantu vaccine 1.537 awo n'obutundutundu obuyitamu, naye ng'ate tu expectinga nti wagenda kubeerayo third wave erina okujja, twagala tetwagala. Baagambye abantu 4,000 be bayinza okulugenderamu, naye beetegese. Byebizibu bino bye ŋŋamba nti bannange, byebizibu ebitutta, ebitutuga, nga naye bannaffe abatufuga tebafuddeeyo. Bitutuga, bitutuulidde. If you don't have education, you are into problem one way or the other. If you are not healthy, you have a problem one way or the other. If your economic growth, you cannot share the economic growth from your country, they are selling oil, you suffer. Economic growth, if you are in the village, rural area, agriculture is one of our biggest contributor to economic growth. But you have products, you grow everything, you don't have market for that. These are the problems ebitutuulidde mu bulago bye twagala okulaba nti ebizibu bino tubikwatako. Tulina abakulembeze abagenda okukwata ebizibu bino. NUP kyeva evaayo n'ekugamba nti ye erina ebintu 5 ebintu bitaano. Ekisooka ye gavumenti nga ensonga zonna zitunuulidde muntu wa bulijjo bagenda kubuuza nze ddemi. Era mulaba bademonstratinze nti mu NUP nga bali mu bukulembeze bagenda okubeera ne gavumenti ey'abaana n'ebyana nga naye bonna babatwala muntu omu. Example, abantu abamu bagamba Fred Kajubi abadde controversial, abadde ki wherever. Yes, tuli banjawulo. Naye the fact that NUP stood by him, NUP went abroad to claim him, NUP has contacted foreign embassies, NUP has contacted foreign dignitaries, NUP has not taken no for answer because Fred is one of us. Ye people-centered governance, NUP gye yasuubiza. Naye neesuubiza bino ebintu ebirala ebitaano bye njogerako olwaleero: equal access to health and education. Kubanga baakimanya nti ebintu ebyo bikulu nnyo. Omuntu bw'ayigirizibwa amanya, bw'ayigirizibwa ayigiriza abantu abalala. Ebyobulamu, bw'obanga toli mulamu tosobola kugenda kukola, bw'obanga toli mulamu teweewulira bulungi, bw'obanga toli mulamu, it's a national burden. Health. Equally, Nina says number one. I keep on telling guys, education first. So, education, health. If you are not healthy, you cannot work. If you are not healthy, you cannot enjoy your life. If you are not healthy, you cannot contribute to economic growth. If you are not healthy, you cannot pay your taxes. If you are not healthy, you are a national burden on the health service system there in Uganda. Unfortunately, our system is bad. So, ebintu bino ebitwetuddeeko NUP yabyadressinga ng'eyita mu manifesto yaayo. Era ky'ovola nti bannayuganda abaalonda NUP 54.1 balina bambi muli, bakyalina ennyonta, bakyalina enswalo. They have frustration because what they voted for did not come right. Because this is the manifesto that is crying for Uganda, that is crying for people to get their hands on. NUP leaders, member of parliament, NUP, they are hungry to serve their people. Never negamba our manifesto. You are in number B, Mbagambi people-centered program. Then number B, equal access, education and health. Then in Neja negamba gund, Neja negamba economic growth. We are going to share. Right now, we are importing more than we can export. Unfortunately, we are exporting so many Ugandans, but we want to export our products. But before we export, do we need it home? Like we had maize, which was sold to Kenya, and Kenya said we don't want it. Our milk was sold to Kenya, and Kenya said we don't want it. Why do we have to export such basic commodities to Kenya when people they are going hungry into bed? So NUP ekugamba economic growth will be shared across. We need to share. If we sell oil, we need that to see that into the public services. Bwe tubanga twogera ku byobufuzi twogera gavumenti ebintu byekola naye gavumenti edduse nnyo teyagala kukola bintu egamba si ebikola egamba weerera omwana wazaala abaana bangi nnyo naye neyeerabira nti bw'obanga tonazaala baana bangi abaana singa baali mu ssomero tebaalifunye mbuto abaana singa baali bafunye family planning tebaalifunye mbuto abaana singa abasawo baaliyo okubagamba ekyokukola tekyali baddeyo. Nejja ku nsonga endala resources kintu kikulu nnyo. Ebyo byonna bye tufuna mu Uganda resources kati tulina oil ajjudde naye ng'ensonga eno gy'agamba ey'okutaano domestic and international issues tetusobola kgenda mu yala nga tetutereeza byaffe tetusobola kgenda mu yala nga bannayuganda bafiira China nga tetubafuddeeko tetusobola kgenda mu yala nga e Masaka bafa bijambiya nga tetubifuddeeko tetusobola ate kubeera waffe ne tulaba ebintu ebifa egundi tukiye ettake muganda waffe bali eyo bamunyiga nga tetufuddeeyo. We are the National Unity Platform. We are dying to serve our country, and we want to serve our country all the way that we shall have abaana n'ebyana, but they will get the same treatment. When somebody is in trouble, must get help. When somebody is in need, must get help. We have got embassies all over the world, but are they effective? Are they fit for purpose? Do they serve Uganda? Do you go there with a problem? Can they help you? If you don't have money, can they give you money? If you want to return home, can they give you air ticket? If you want to renew your passport, your ID, can they do it without any repercussion? We had freedom, we had a visa wherever passport expired. Could they renew that passport without any repercussion? Psychological torture. But these are issues, health determinants of life, that we can look into: health, education, economy, environment, sustainable communities, employment. All these things I'll keep on repeating because they are into one another and they connect. Once you start with the basic, then you can connect it all, and then you can get your country onto their knees to move on. This is where we are now. Ugandans are traveling to Kenya for bronchitis. They are traveling to Kenya for ear infection. They are traveling to Kenya for asthmatic. They are traveling to Kenya for simple. We are making Kenya rich and richer, which means the economy is growing and growing, and our economy is regressing and regressing. What are we going to do? But there are barriers to this. Of course, we know Museveni is a problem. Number one, he like it or not, on record is a problem number one, because Uganda is the third poorest country. Uganda loses 19 women every day. Uganda loses 330 children every day on record. Uganda, we exporting Ugandans. So on what? Based on record, is the problem. If you are the problem, on corruption, we rank so high, 149. We always lagging. We cannot provide the internet for children to study. We cannot provide the maternity center. I read NRM, whatever, they say now we have got about 39 hospitals. 39 hospitals to a population of 45 million, which they claim to be 45 million. We should be having that each, like NUP is saying, at every district sub-county we are having a maternity center. This is how you tackle your problem, because you tackle to reduce, you tackle to eradicate. But where we are now, it is a stale problem. The barriers, we have poor governance, poor resource. We don't have resource there. We don't have the will. We have got bribes. The priority is missing in Uganda. Right now, we have a problem that there is insecurity in Masaka, and we are taking our army somewhere else. Why should we take them? Now insecurity in Masaka is a problem. How comes 30 villages, they have got only 6 policemen? Maybe even their guns, they don't work. So imagine if Bobby Wine is going to Masaka, we're going to have barracks, battalions deployed on the road everywhere. Shame upon you, security person. Our MP, Shadow Minister for Security, Nyeko, this is your time to step up. This is your time to step up on the gas. Tell the government, lead this, show them, tell them what you can do about security to calm down people in Masaka, to see that our security is better. Security gulu. Omubaka waffe Nnyeko ow'e gwe mubaka wa security essaawa eno weetaagisibwa okubeerako ne ky'ogamba okubeerako ne ky'okola ate ebyo byonna nze nkakasa mbimanyi. Ebintu bino barriers ebituleetedde abantu waliwo ekigambo priority bo basooka kukola birala ebirala tebabikola. Priorities tuguze ennyonyi zigenda tuyamba ki? Nze ngamba tubeere ne baasi tugule baasi 10 buli district zitwale abantu tufune amakubo amalungi feeder roads abantu basobole okufulumya emmere yaabwe n'abantu abasobola okugenda okugigula bagende nga bagigula naye as for now abantu balina emmere yonna amenvu eyonoonese ekolozi terina bagula n'abagula ssente ntono nnyo ettooke okulitunda siringi 1,000 ng'ate omuntu yalibadde ng'alitunda omutwalo. Tulina okutunuulira ebintu ebyo y'entegeka eno gye tulina titugenda kulabirira ebyobulumi tubyongeremuko akasente tubyongeremuko banka ezisobola okubawola abantu basobole okubeera nga balina enjawulo. Tetwagala saako eno kati Museveni gy'akola saako gy'akola okukumira abantu mu bwavu. Salimu Sale abadde akola wealth creation naye kati alabika yagivuddemu alabika ayiiya birala ali mbayimbi ali kabaka ali kuki buli kimu kyonna. Twagala we want to break down that poverty circle, that anything that keeps people into poverty we want to alleviate them from this low earning job to sensible job that people they will be able that once at the end of the month when they get paid at the end of the week that money is good to sustain them. That money is good enough to cover their cost of living. Then we can raise with the bank to give them overdraft, to give them affordable loans, to give them payment credit that you can go and buy your city, you can go and buy your vehicle, but you'll be paying in 2 installments. That is how we do it. We don't do it how Museveni is doing it. If you ask people always to pay cash, you are inviting people problems. People, they're going to have to find that cash, not in a good way. They're going to have to take bribe from work. They're going to have to nick money. They're going to have to kill people. They're going to have to lie. So to prevent this, you have to provide the avenues. But in Uganda, we haven't got those avenues for now. The barriers. We need service delivery. We need inclusive. We need to have sustainable programs, not quick fix like fire brigade, because fire brigade will come extinguish the fire and there we go. They don't look at the causes, but we want to look at these causes. Can we provide people education which is affordable, which is accessible, not somebody traveling 10 kilometers? Is it quality? Is it universal? That if I come from Lusaka Mese, I can compete with somebody from Nabisunsa, from Gulu. Then we are going to create stability and calmness into the community. Barriers, bribe. Everywhere you go, bribe. People, they bribe their way into schools, they bribe their way. But we want people to have their basics. We want people to have ID, we want them to have passports, we want them to have birth certificates. We want people to have basics, what they're entitled for. Why do I have to pay money to the RC to give me a letter? We want a system that is going to be flowing, that people, they are at heart, they are peaceful. They know that when I get this, I am Ugandan, I'm entitled, and I qualify for this. The solutions. We need good governance. We need government yabantu nga NUP wegamba. We need policy makers. Before you have a policy, you need to have a policy maker. Just like, if I could give you an example, like OTT. OTT was oppressed other people. You have to bring a policy that is well balanced, that there is something for the government, there is something, but don't forget the customer, the actual customer, the consumer. You are not pressing the consumer. You are not extorting money out of them. The money you take out, is it going to be foreseeable into good roads, into communication, into improvement of our communication? Because you call people, they say, my network is bad. I have to climb over the tree to start having good network. So if you are going to collect the OTT 9 billion per month, did you return that money into communication? How many masks did you give? Masks that helps for the, I don't mean facial masks, but masks that help for internet reception. So we need policymakers who are going to come and understand what are they going to bring, what does the parliament say, what the law says, what are the goals, what have you got on plate to work with? We don't want people, NRM doesn't have policymakers. And also, even if you don't have policymakers, do you have people with some ideas that they can implement? Can they implement? If they can implement, are they going to leave them to be independent? Or you are going to say Museveni abeerewo, Museveni ajje, Museveni tannaba kusalawo, Museveni akole kino, ffe twetaaga okukola ekintu bwe kiti. Twetaaga abantu abamanyi okusengengeka ekintu kino kigenda kukolebwa kitya. Ekintu kino kigenda kukolebwa kitya. Nti nze ngambye njagala education ebeere accessible, affordable, quality and universal. What is the word? What policies are you going to make sure that it is accessible? What policy are you going to put that they are affordable, they are quality, they are universal? And then who is going to implement them? How are they going to be implemented? Are you going to evaluate on that? That is very, very important. Bannayuganda, social health determinants, there are issues around us which can be behavior, biological, environment, economic. Behaviors ojja kuziraba a lot into education. Omuntu yasomera wa Namasagali, yasomera bwati, yasomera wa, yasomera Katwe. Bona mba mulaba universal ate kibeera ne influence. How you behave, how you do what. Biological, you cannot avoid it. Environment, that is very important. Museveni yagenda mu ghetto n'agamba nti he is the man of the ghetto, but he didn't care about the environment into ghetto. People in ghetto, they struggle. There is no clean water, there is no lighting, there is no roads. It is overcrowded. There is no structural buildings. They live on the knife edge. Then he went there and said, I want to be man of ghetto. Really? Was it worth it to call himself that he wants to be a man of ghetto? I don't think so. He failed onto that. Environment has got a lot of influence in our lives. If you live somewhere where there is crime, you might end up defending yourself. Look at the hostility, the crime, the insecurity in Masaka. So what do you think? What do you think people in Masaka? They are insecure. They are ready also to fight back. Or they're gonna run back. Look at in Kampala, it goes pitch black. We don't have lightings. So where are the lightings? Tulina emyala gijjudde, abantu bagwamu, abantu gye basula, abantu gye bapama, abantu gye bafiira. Environment has got a lot. Tuuka mu wino, abantu batundira ku myala, bya kulukuta, omusulo gukulukuta, abantu bawonya. What sort of environment is that? We want environment. Mpulidde Sekirinya agamba ayagala okuleeta ekyuma ekigenda okuweera oluguudo kubanga enguudo z'e Netherlands zonna zibeera nnungi. That is the sort of environment that somebody can grow in. They breathe very well. Mwalaba Lukwago yali Kenya bronchitis. Ekibuga kyakulira ye meeya asiza myala, enfufu ejjudde, buli kintu kyonna, then bronchitis naga Omuganda agamba guluma yaguzza. Bwe gutyo bwe gwakwata road mayor. Ojja gamba abalala gusobokera awo. Road mayor atereze emyala, enfufu agigobewo, buli kimu kyonna. Bino tebiyinza kugaana. Bwe tuba tutunuulira ebintu bino, naye ekisinga obulungi tulina manifesto. Tweyigirize manifesto eno. Kubanga manifesto eno yadde Museveni ali mu gavumenti teggwaawo. Ffe gye tulina okugamba abantu bino bye bigendererwa byaffe. Ate bino byonna ebintu ebijja era biba bikwatagana ku manifesto yaffe. Kyova olaba ngamba nti manifesto yaffe eyagiwandiika yansanyusa nnyo nze era ensanyusa. Buli w'ogisoma weeraba, buli w'ogisoma olaba ebintu byonna. NRM eri ejobojja, FDC boogera kino boogera kiri. Ffe yaffe yali ya peegi 47 naye buli kimu kyonna tetwayita ku ssaza, twatuukira ku nsonga. Ffe tetuli ku ebyo kugombolola, kumweruka, ku ssaza, twatuukira ku nsonga. Fellow Ugandans, I don't know what's coming tomorrow, because tomorrow never comes in Uganda. But let us encourage each other. Let us continue. Let me end up with this that I've said before. I have triple E. Engagement, enabler, empowerment. Tukikozese nnyo. Let us engage with each other in a very civil manner. Bw'oba n'ekikunyiizizza munno omutuukirireko kyaki. Okudda ku mukutu n'oyomberako n'okola otya, kale oyinza okutowolokoka naye ndowooza okwogera ate kusinga n'omuntu. Amakubo gye gali, messenger bwe ziri, WhatsApp bwe ziri, oyinza okuyita mu muntu ayogera n'omuntu, ebintu naye ne bitereera. Enabler, mbagambye nti nja kwagala okuteekawo essimu, abantu mukube ku ssimu tunyume tukole ki, naye nkyayiga, naye nina class monitor, nina n'abantu abalala ku platform bakyanjigiriza. JB Muwonge ayinza okuba ng'olina ekizibu ebya intaneti tomanyi kwekonectinga ng'omukubira ng'akuyamba. Tuleme kulowooza ku buntu buno enabler nti akuwadde buwi ssente. Osobola n'okusharinga skills zo ne knowledge yo ne kibeera kirungi. Okiraba. Then empowerment. Twesomesa ebintu bino. Nze ndi ku manifesto eno okubeera nga ngiwaawaanya nga ngikwataganya n'ebintu ebigira. Tujja kweyigiriza n'ekirala tuyize. Munaffe Lumbu yabadde taliiwe, ebyokuyiga tufunye bingi, sisobola kubyogerako kati. Naye at least kati tuyize nti shadow cabinet basobola okukola n'okusinga baminisita. Ate okubeera mu opposition si kibi, naye abantu abo be tulonze abalina ebifo ebyo ate bwe babikwata ne babiddukanya bulungi ate kibeera kirungi nnyo n'okusinga bannaffe bali baminisita nga tebalina mulimu. Baatuwa ebifo Commissioner Francis Zaake, Chairman of Consase, ne batuwa gundi Joel Ssenyonyi, ne batuwa Public Accounts, ne batuwa Medard Segona, ne batuwa Namboze to overlook government what bye yawandiika mu manifesto yaabyo. Then gundi ono ow'ebugiri Asumani Basalirwa ali ku bya pension. Ekintu ekyo kikulu nnyo. Pension, if Basalirwa can drive it home, we shall get these people retire, they like it or not, because they are occupying positions for young people. It should be young people participating into government, not older people. If Basalirwa can come up with a good plan, with a sketch that bam, people maybe in Uganda they should retire 55 or 65, we are going to get rid of all this old age. And you had our legislative plan by a leader of opposition. We are going to either we can create a lower or upper parliament. That is wonderful. People, they don't want to leave parliament. Politics has become, they are no longer, it's not even obsession. It's something to cling on, to refuse to leave. So that proposition by leader of opposition that let us to have a lower or upper parliament. UK balina gundi, House of Commons, House of Lords, bana parliament, ne Uganda, instead of having 529, Let us have lower and upper. Tulabe who wants to serve Uganda, but we are wasting too much money. Fellow Ugandans, there is a lot we can discuss. There is a lot we can talk about. My next topic is going to be people power ideology. NUP ideology. Nga njijja mu kintu kye baayogerako kye mbagambye. Number one, people-centered governance. Kintu kikulu nnyo okumanya ideology yo. Bw'obanga ogimanyi, toyinza kuva mu NUP nti bakunyiiziza nti ogenze wantu walala. Toyinza kutangatanga n'odda n'eri ng'omanye ekigambo ideology kiki ekibiina ky'owagira kiyimiridde ku ki ebintu kigamba kigenda bisengeka kitya kigenda bikolanga kitya. Awo Museveni wa bulidde yalina abaagala tuteere emmundu mugende mu maaso. Naye ffe tuli ku people power. We want to bring back civilian government. Tukooye military government. Ne military tenna kyetuyamba. Fellow Ugandans, I love you so much. Thanks very much for all your comments that I'm going to be reading. For your comments, Ronald Masaka now is Nakaseke. Ate omusajja bamututte Nakaseke. Ate omusajja oyo mujjukire ye yakyusa ebyambalo nga Bobby ali mikono n'ayambala tumwine n'ayambala ekyambalo kya poliisi kyokka ng'ate yali ku RDC. Anti ya tumwine yagenze. Yes, Pamkawa. Thanks very much. Thank you, teacher. Tulirumbuye. We should not give up. Mukitegedde kati division of power. Ffe tukuba yeyeye ate tulina abali ba smooth talker operator, abo bagundi, banku nnyingi. They are doing their job. Lumbuye is not enough. We want to see him. Bamutulage physically. Bamutulage ate bakize Lumbuye ayogere as human rights. But you know what? Tubagonzeza, tubali bubi, nabo bakitegedde, nabo bakitegedde. Njagala okubategeeza. Temutya. Tubakutte. Nze nalina omusajja omutake neighbor wange ng'ayagala kunzita. Nendowooza twamala emyaka oba 6 mu kkooti. Bye byantwala n'ettaka okulaba ettaka ensi yayo abantu bayo abaagala okutta abantu bafaanana batya bano. Naye bwe batyo nze mbamanyi tebawulira mateeka. Yonna gye muwa tebawulira mateeka. Naye bajja gawulira. Tubalina. Fred gy'oli guma. Help is on the way. Fred, ojja kuwangula nga bwe wagamba Museveni omwepikira omukoomu ojja kumuwangula. Bakuggyeko akabago ka gundi ka Interpol. Bambi mwenna bambi nsanyuse nnyo mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala. Nja kukomawo njogere ku people power ideology, people power centered governance, nkikwataganye ne ssemateeka ne manifesto yaffe. Salute. People power, our power, NUP everywhere, NUP. Salute.